Look, I get it. You're at a point in your career, you're tired of dealing with borrowers. You're tired of dealing with realtors. You're thinking there has to be an answer. There has to be an easier way. Maybe I should just, I don't know, get promoted, become a branch manager, maybe an area manager. Heck, sounds like my divisional loves his job or her job. Maybe I should go do that. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what you want. Maybe you're saying all the right things, but that's not really the intention. Maybe what you really need is to understand how to run a business better. Maybe you need to understand how to operate more consistently. Maybe what you really want, if I hear you, is how do I make really good money, not letting my business control me, have work-life harmony? And yes, Dustin, I would prefer it if I had to deal less with borrowers and less with real estate agents. And I'm here to dissect, unwind, unpack all of that while also dropping a little bit of knowledge. If this sounds like you, then I have good news for you. This episode, tailor-made, hand-delivered, just for you. Check this out. They don't teach this shit in school, but they should. Welcome to the Loan Officer Podcast, hosted by me, Dustin Owen, one of the most influential people in the mortgage industry, along with my friends who've lived it, built it, failed at it, fixed it, and scaled it. This is not a show just for mortgage professionals. This is everything I learned because I became a mortgage loan originator. This is the Loan Officer Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children 18 plus, you are tuned in to the Loan Officer Podcast with me, Dustin Owen, and with me from the Pilaf team, I have my right-hand man, Marketing Mike, and our producer extraordinaire, Special K, a.k.a. Karina Mojica. What up, y'all?
What's up?
Nothing much. Hanging in there today.
Hanging in there,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
we've had a
sir.
busy day. We're recording this. These episodes are dropping beginning of July, right? End of June, beginning of July. And I'm heading out to my happy place.
Yeah.
We are working ahead. I'm going to be out in Colorado. Then I'm going to be out in Sunlight Basin, Wyoming. Hopefully you're going to get some boat time for the July 4th kind of holiday time frame. And Karina, I don't know. What do you do when you get some time off?
Well, for 4th of July, I'm going to Clearwater just for the weekend. Yeah,
Okay.
So
That'll be cool.
So
That'll
a
be
little Clearwater action for you. You're going to slide down to St. Pete Beach or any of that, or stay up in
not
Clearwater?
Clearwater. I think I'm wrong. I think it's like Sarasota, Anna Maria Island.
Anna
around
Maria
there.
Oh
Island.
yeah, a little
Yes.
south, like
It's a
like
little
little
bit
north
more
of
south,
Siesta
yeah.
Key.
Yeah.
That's cool. Beautiful.
I absolutely love that Siesta Key, Anna Maria Island, but you are correct. General vicinity, right? For anyone who's tuning in that lives not in Central Florida, then basically you can say Clearwater.
Same coastline. It's like,
yes,
yeah.
But it's like maybe 20, 30 miles difference.
Yeah.
And there's a big old body of water that you have to circumvent, so it makes the drive way longer than 20, 30 minutes.
Right.
But no, I'm excited about today's episode because it's another one where it's one of our coaching students had asked me a question.
Yeah.
And I always love Q&As in general because Q&As is where I feel like I'm at my best, but it's also my way of knowing I give the audience exactly what they wanted.
Yeah.
Like when I show up and give a keynote, like I'm going to be giving a keynote at Oklahoma Mortgage Bankers Association. Shout out to Oklahoma Mortgage Bankers Association. I can't believe that's right around the corner. They booked me like 9 months ago.
Wow.
Okay, when I show up, I know I have to perform, I have to deliver, I have to entertain, but I'm going to be delivering the message that I felt like would resonate with the most people. There's not a whole lot of interaction for Q&A there. But when people utilize our coach on call service, or when people actually participate when I ask them before I start a sales training, hey, what do y'all need? And they give me something, well, I know I'm delivering exactly what the person wanted.
Yeah.
So this conversation came up, I don't know, maybe like a week ago now with one of our students. And he basically said, and I'm going to paraphrase this. He goes, I think I want my divisional's job. And I was like, huh. Okay.
Lofty.
Yeah. I go, but what makes you say that?
Yeah.
And he gave me some answers. And here's what I've learned. And by the way, top sales professionals and top loan originators do this the best. It's the question behind the question, right? I hear what he's saying, but I don't think that's what he means.
Right.
And as I dug deeper, I realized that's not really what he wants. But there is a pain there, and he's trying to vocalize and use his big boy words that, hey, D.O., I'm feeling pain. I don't like how this feels. I want to make a change. I want something different. How can you help deliver different?
Yeah.
And what I realized for this guy, like many people tuning in, they too think their boss has it made, or their boss's boss had it made, or if they were the branch manager or the company owner, things would just be different. All of their problems would go away. And it's like, no, they wouldn't. Like, they wouldn't. And that was kind of my advice to this particular coaching member. And what's cool about today's episode is we just had Chris Hardiman on this show, right?
Yeah,
shout out to Chris and the entire team over at Fusion Home Loans. And Chris is getting to experience real world the advice that I gave to this coaching student.
Yep.
So if you went back and you watched Chris's, by the way, it's an amazing episode, long AF, like an hour and 10 minutes, something
I heard
like that.
that's amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? I thought about trying to cut it off. I thought about like interrupting more than I normally do, and it didn't make any sense. So I hope the people enjoyed it. More importantly, if you missed it, you should go back and watch it.
Yeah.
But when we come back from our break, which we do have to take a break real quick, when we come back from our break, what I want to jump into is what it means to be the CEO of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would somebody want to go from LO to branch manager to area manager, and area manager to divisional? What does it mean to be a divisional?
Mm-hmm.
And is that really what you want? Hint, don't think it is. Hint, but I'll let you decide, and I'll just get to break everything down the way that I normally do. But we'll do all of that and a little bit more just right after we hear from today's show sponsor. Check this out.
TLOP Unite is not your typical mortgage event. This is the first ever TLOP cruise experience built exclusively for originators. And for 4 days, it's not about the speakers, it's about you. We're talking breakout strategy sessions, real conversations, curated events, and uninterrupted access to a community that helps you grow. If you're serious about taking your career to the next level, this is where you need to be. Space is limited and the price is right. So click the link now and learn more.
All right, so we're back. What are your thoughts going into this, Mike? I know I prepped you briefly, and I always like having your perspective because you do operate several businesses and you're an incredible operator yourself. But where do you think we're going to take today's episode, or what angle would you like to see me lean harder into?
I think if I'm an LO, right? If I'm new in the industry, let's say, right? We could speak to a lot of different audiences here, which is cool. But if I'm new
Let's
to the
not talk
industry,
to the new. Okay, well, no, you want to talk to the new first.
I think all of them,
okay.
right? Because we'll start with the new, new LO. You know, next after that is what, branch manager?
No,
or what's like kind of like
look,
level up?
You're a rookie LO.
Yeah.
You're a rookie LO your first 2 years.
Yeah.
Until you've essentially funded 40, 50 loans, in my opinion, you're a rookie.
Yeah.
You're an experienced LO when you're generating 20, 30 leads a month and you're closing 4 to 5 loans a month.
And they're reporting to a branch manager.
And they have a branch manager that is paid to be their manager.
And then branch manager.
I would hope they're reporting to them, and I'd hope that manager is managing them, but that's not always what transpires. And by the way, there's some people thinking that, wait a minute, D.O., last year I did 20, 30 transactions. I've been in this industry since 2014. Are you saying I'm not a senior originator? And I would say it's debatable.
Right.
I would say it's debatable.
Yeah.
Like, to me, funding 3 loans a month is the barrier of entry to be a full-time, seasoned professional in this industry, regardless of market. Regardless. I gave you that excuse in 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
I do not let you off the hook in 2026. If you are a originator with over 2 years experience and you are full-time, you got to be generating 20, 30 leads a month, and you got to be funding 4 to 5 loans a month. And if you're not, I got 2 things for you. Take yourself more serious because you're worth it.
Yeah.
You're worth it. And 2, get a good coach or mentor. You got to change your surroundings. You got to go hang out with people that are getting after it, that show you what's possible. It can be with TLOP's Originator coaching, or it can be by going to a conference. It could be on a freaking free YouTube channel like this one, right?
Always be learning. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely. And be coachable.
Yes.
But then you have branch manager, you got producing branch manager, and then above branch managers are divisional.
Yeah, so in order, you'd go rookie LO, seasoned professional.
Right.
Then you have a producing branch manager.
Right.
Then you would potentially go non-producing branch manager.
Correct, yep.
Which is honestly, at that standpoint, that should be either a mega branch,
right,
or it should almost be an area because it's multiple locations. And then a divisional is typically when you have 5+ branches, right?
Yeah.
5, 9, 13, and now you're a divisional. Some divisionals out there may even have 30 branches, depending on, again, branch size. Divisionals are typically running somewhere on the low end $500,000 or $500 million in volume, and on the high end, I mean, heck, there's divisionals at cross country that are doing more in their division than certain top 100 IMBs do. Like they're doing,
but then like
4,
within
5
all that,
billion.
you have like LOs that are running their own P&L, and like, right, there's
If
like
you're
branches off of that.
If you're running your own P&L, you should be a branch manager.
Right.
Like if you're on your own P&L, at some point you should be your own branch
So
manager.
let's speak to the branch manager. Let's speak to the LO, the rookie LO, about what it takes to be kind of seasoned LO, and then let's speak to the seasoned LO about what it means to be a branch manager, and let's speak to the branch manager about what it means to be a divisional, right?
Cool.
Because each of those, they don't know what they're signing up for. They might say, hey, I want to be a divisional, but they don't know the workload, right? They don't know the type of work. They don't know how much time they're going to have to spend in that position, if they're even going to like it.
Yep.
So,
And if you disagree with any of this, light up the comment section on YouTube.
let's go.
Like we will literally love to have this conversation in person at your next event or just in the comment section on YouTube. Look, if you're a rookie loan originator, it's really simple. It's your job to get a lead. When you
Right.
come coach with us, the first thing I'm going to do is strip you down to the basics, and I'm going to teach you how to dominate the ones. Your job is simple. You have to get one lead a day, which means you talk to one person a day who needs a home loan or wants a home loan. You have to schedule one appointment a day with someone who can be a long-term referral source, and you have to attend an appointment a day. Throw in a handwritten thank you note or a gratitude voice memo or some kind of a quick video message that you shoot to them via a DM, and you're crushing.
and this is
your
leveraging
day.
your circle of influence first, right? As a rookie
Well,
LO.
you would leverage your circle of influence, but not to hit them up for loans.
Got it.
You hit them up to introduce you to referral partners.
Cool.
Or potential referral partners.
Yep.
I don't care how you do it. You can go stand at freaking Home Depot, handing out business cards that say, hi, I do loans for a living. My name is Mike.
Yeah.
And Home Depot may trespass you. And guess what? There's a Lowe's right down the street. Go do it there.
Yeah.
And then when they trespass you, go to Ace Hardware. Like whatever you have to do, like your job's to get a lead. You got to figure that out. If you don't know, hire a coach, go work for a better company, get a better mentor, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like we have a lot of content to teach you what to do to get a lead.
So what does
But-
it take to be a seasoned LO
Yeah.
from this rookie?
Yeah, and by the way, in the rookie, you got to be all in. You got to be full time. You got to be committed, and you have to give it time. It takes staying power.
Yeah.
For look, the seasoned originator, and that's most people who tune in. Most people tune are seasoned originators. The seasoned originator, like if they keep doing what they're doing, they're going to continue to get the same results. Period. End of story. That's anybody. That's me trying to lose 10 pounds, me trying to gain 50 pounds on my bench press,
Yeah.
me trying to become better at the guitar, whatever the case may be. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So for those seasoned professionals, if they're happy, keep doing what you're doing, homie. Like
Yeah.
keep doing what you're doing,
Right,
embrace
right.
it.
Yeah.
But if you want better, it's your better starts by quit operating like a loan originator. And this is going to be a common theme throughout the rest of today's podcast episode.
Yep.
So if you're experienced and you want better, better to you means more. More to you could be more work-life harmony. It could be more leads. It could be more income. It could be more savings. It could be less stress. Like that's what more to you means. Well, the problem is you think and operate like a loan officer because that's how you enter the industry. Very rarely did you enter as an operator,
Yeah.
right? You have not learned anything about entrepreneurial operating systems. You don't understand SOPs, checklists, having a standardized way of doing things. We coach this, Mike, you and I live this, but it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's funny, Chris Hardiman from the other episode, he and I were chatting in the green room before we recorded his episode. He and his team, because he just opened his own mortgage company, they did an off-site 3-day event.
Cool.
And guess
I
what
love
they were
that.
dealing with? SOPs,
Yeah,
in
let's
checklists,
go.
in processes. Like there has to be a process and a set way of doing things.
Yeah.
The LO, I bet most don't even keep a consistent calendar. I would start there. Your calendar tells me your level of success. Your calendar should tell you exactly what to do, what to wear, where to be, and what you're doing next.
Yeah.
I just listened to Gary Vee
Nice.
on Ed Milet. Okay. And I'm now a Gary Vee fan. I don't know if I was before, but I am now after this interview. And he said something that stood out. When Gary woke up this morning, he didn't really know he was going to be on Ed Milet's show. Mm-hmm. You know what he did? Looked on his calendar. His calendar, and actually it was the night before.
Yeah.
He said he looked the night before. He goes, oh, I get to meet Ed Milet. I'm doing his show today.
Yeah.
But that's how a loan officer's life should operate. Gary Vee operates his days with a lot of intentionality.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss a beat, but it's because he works a consistent schedule. So,
well, I know that's true too for like high functioning sales professionals. Like it's like organize your calendar, live in your calendar. That's your life. So it's
the
same for LOs.
Prioritize things. Protect your time.
Yep.
And prioritize your green time. Win by noon. All of those things. You also have to have a set way of doing things. Henry Ford gave us this as a gift when he built the assembly line and taught us all to it. You should have a system for how leads are referred in. You should have a system for how you actually triage a lead. Then after you triage the lead, you should have your next steps.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that every loan follows the perfect loan process. What I'm saying is that you should have your own version of the perfect loan process, and it should be something you can coach and teach. If you can't coach and teach it, then your business runs you.
Yeah.
If you can coach and teach it, then you run your business.
Well, the SOPs, I always say they're like bumper rails, right?
Yeah.
It's tough to throw a gutter ball in your day-to-day if the bumper rails are up.
Yeah, you're not always going to get a strike, though.
Create the system.
Yeah, you're not always going to get a strike.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I love that. I like the bumper rail analogy. So that's what the originator, the seasoned professional who is generating 20, 30 leads, they are funding 3, 4, 5 loans a month.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a top producer, to me, again, top producer is 100 plus units a year. Now, you could be a very good producer, which means you still make President's Club because maybe you have volume over 30 million, or maybe maybe you're doing units that are closer to 80, but 100, that's my number.
Yeah.
100 units makes you a top producer in my level. When you're a top producer, at that standpoint, you got to make sure you're doing things like a minimum of 10% of my income gets reinvested back in my business. I mean, you're a seasoned professional. I will tell you a best practice, if you're trying to become a top producer, is 10% of your income gets reinvested back.
Like reinvested, like what, happy hours for your client base?
It could be gifting. It could be drip campaigns to referral partners.
Okay, cool.
It can be past client events. It could be coaching. It could be going on the T-Lop cruise.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You come on the T-Lop Unite event, your business will benefit. You will become a better professional.
Absolutely.
It's going to cost you on the low end $650. On the high end $1,800.
Yep.
Is what it's going to cost you. By the way, I don't know where else you can go to get 4 nights in a hotel.
Yeah.
All your food, all your entertainment, and access to all of the mortgage sales conference events that we're hosting.
Yeah, the networking and knowledge are free.
Yes.
You're paying for the cruise. You're getting your meals. You're having a blast. Everything else is
correct.
free.
September 14th through 18th. I think we have 20 cabins left.
Yes.
Right. But that's what I mean when I say invest in your. And it's a best practice. If you're an experienced originator and you don't want to invest, that's okay. Don't expect changes.
Yep.
Expect what you have to be what you have, but then recognize. And Mike, my mentor taught me this. I think you learned it from a mentor as well. But if you're not growing, you're dying. So you might not want to change your playbook, but then you will gradually, over time, be chipped away.
Yeah.
You will gradually be worn down, and you will end up doing less, making less, saving less, if you're not at least changing enough to keep up with the times.
So pain point. So some top producers have time, right? They have a ton of time on their hands, so they can spend it and be a top producer. But like, to be a top producer, that equals a lot of time.
Yes. Right? Well, it does. And look, we all waste time.
Yeah.
You waste time. I waste time. Karina wastes time. It's just it's to the magnitude that we waste, and do we recognize it?
Right.
I think guys like you and I waste our time, and we recognize it.
Yeah.
And we try to put some intentionality behind changing. I think most people don't realize they're wasting their time. They've never
would that
tracked their time.
Would that be kind of be a pain point though for a top producer that says, "Hey man, I want to go into producing branch manager"?
Oh well,
you know what I mean.
So let's make that segue. Okay. Yeah, let's make that segue.
Loan officers, if 2026 is going to be your breakout year, this matters. Most originators don't struggle because of rates. They struggle because they don't have systems, structure, or accountability. I'm Coach Christy with T-Lop's Originator Coaching. Originator Launch is a 16-week small group coaching program designed to help you build a real business, not just close the next loan. You'll get weekly live coaching, proven scripts used by top producers, real accountability, homework that actually moves the needle, and 2 private one-on-one calls with your coach. This program is capped at just 10 originators, so the attention is personal and the results are real. This isn't a course you watch. It's coaching you execute. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building with intention, apply now. Spots are limited, and once they're gone, enrollment closes. Register today.
And I think what I was trying to get to is the top producers.
Yeah.
Right. So like what makes a top producer a top producer? Well, here's what top producers have figured out how to do: how to replicate themselves, how to buy back their time,
Right.
how to scale. They typically have had enough pain that they built a team.
Yep.
Now their team might not be a well-oiled machine, but they built a team.
Right.
Now by the time you get to top producer status, and again, that's 100 units for me, you need to be understanding that you're a business operator. You are no longer an LO.
Yeah.
And this is where it starts. And I'm going to get to our coaching student who said, I think I want to have my boss's job.
Yeah.
And I basically said to him, no, you don't. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that as we wrap up today's episode.
Cool.
But on the top producer, they have to now understand CAC and LTV.
Right.
Right? Like that's the level. When you're doing 100 plus units, if you can't tell me your cost to acquire a new client or a new customer.
Customer acquisition cost.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
That's
LTV's
CAC, right?
Lifetime value.
Yeah. To me, CAC
listeners.
is cost to acquire. So, but I have 2 different clients when I'm a mortgage originator.
Yeah.
I have my clients who are my referral sources, and I have my customers who are my borrowers.
Yep.
And each of them, I should be willing as a business operator to invest money to get more of them, or to invest money to get more out of them. And I should also understand what's my lifetime value.
Yeah.
Right. That's why top producers, they realize that every one lead should be 2 referrals. Every one client should be 3 additional transactions over the next 5 to 7 years. They understand that their realtors are their partners. And as a partner, you have a relationship where you add value. In exchange, they trust you and like you, and then they refer you when people need, right? Partners sit and meet twice a year. Partners share goals, they share vision, they share values. And I think a top producer does that.
Yep.
Now, a top producing branch manager, they just do that on steroids.
Yeah.
Because when you're a top producing branch manager, you have the toughest job out there, and most of you don't do it well.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I said that, and I'll say it again. Most of you don't do it well. And you're not supposed to do it well. It wasn't designed for you to do well. It was designed so you would fail.
Yeah.
It was designed so you would fail, not maliciously. It's just the people who designed it, they didn't put much thought into it. They gave you a branch because they didn't want to lose you. That's why you got a branch. You asked for a branch not because you wanted to manage people or recruit.
That's what I was going to say. So it's recruiting, it's management.
Yeah, but Mike, man.
P&L management.
You wanted more money.
Yeah.
You just didn't know how to ask for more money.
Right.
Right. Our coaching client who says he wants to be a divisional, he does not want to be a divisional. Those were the words that came out of his mouth. What he wants to take vacation, have work-life harmony, not have to deal with borrowers and realtors, and make 400 to 600 to 700 grand a year. That's what he wants. The reason why he coaches with us is I'm going to help him make $1 million a year. I'm going to help him take 3 weeks vacation. I'm going to help him not have to talk to realtors and borrowers as much as he does. And I'm not going to make him have to give up the one thing that makes him valuable in this industry, which is his ability to drive in revenue. And I'm not going to force him to go become a divisional by doing so. Right. And that's what he gets out of coaching. He just didn't know how to ask me that question. So the branch managers out there who are still producing, like the reason why I said that you're set up to fail, you're supposed to produce at a high level, manage, lead, 2 separate things. You and I know this. Managers manage, leaders lead. And you have to recruit. I'm here to tell you, you can only do 2 really well. You can only do 2 really well. And depending on the 2 that you choose, there's 2 others that are missing. That means people under your leadership, if you're choosing not to be a leader, are not being led. People under your management, if you're not choosing to be a manager, are not being led. Your branch isn't really a branch if you're not adding LOs because you're not recruiting. But you can only do 2 of the 4. And the people who gave you that position gave it to you, again, solely because you were producing at a high level and they didn't want to lose you. You asked for it, not necessarily because you wanted the responsibility, because you wanted more money and you didn't know how else to ask for more money. Reach out to me. I have this thing called Career Advisory Services. It's free. I can teach you how to ask for more money and I'll do it in a 10 or 15 minute call and charge you $0 to do it.
Right.
You don't always have to be on a P&L. You don't always have to be a branch manager. Now, if you want to be a branch manager, then just like I said, you have to learn how to operate. You have to go study and read Gino Wickman's book, Traction. Like our coach, Coach Gwen. Coach Gwen runs 2 branches. She's a top producer. She has multiple LOs under her.
Yeah.
Her whole entire team is going through traction training right now.
Right.
Because that's what a 7-figure earning, top producing leader who also manages does. And oh, by the way, you know what Gwen had to do? Bring in a partner.
Yeah.
She had to. Like, she got to the 7-figure mark.
The machine got big enough.
And the machine got big enough, and all of a sudden she's like, hey, if I'm going to continue to grow this, and we talk about, I coach her to grow her Gwenpire. If she's going to grow her Gwenpire, something's going to have to change. And her change is learning traction. Her change is bringing in a partner.
Yep.
So for the producing and even the non-producing managers, like understanding CAC, understanding lifetime value, putting together a marketing strategy, stop thinking like a loan officer, read and follow things like Wickman's Traction, understand what Dan Martell is teaching, follow through with what Alex Hormozi preaches. Like, there's some gurus out there that we all can follow. And that's what they need to be doing. Now, if you go non-producing, here's just my word to the wise. Talk to this with Hardiman off record, but I'll share it on record with y'all. I did not do it personally until I had enough money saved and invested that if I never saved again, I could retire wealthy at 55. So I gave up producing when I was 40 years old. Now, I sold my book of business. I got a really nice trail of income for 5 years.
Yeah.
And it worked out well for me. But I sat down strategically and said, do I have enough money saved and invested? And all I did, Mike, is I ran the Rule of 72. I said, look, if my money were to double every 8 years because I'm averaging a 7% rate or a 9% rate of return, then what would I have? And when I took what I had at 40 and I doubled it by 48, and then I doubled it again by 56, I was like, damn.
Yeah, you're like, man, I think
I
I'm
was
good.
like, I can do that.
Yeah.
Now, did I anticipate it not being able to add to it? No, I still add to it, but that was my worst case scenario. Before anyone goes non-producing, just know this straight up because I lived it.
Yeah, why did you make the move?
Dude.
Right? Like mentally, like where were you at mentally?
Okay, so you know this about me. I'm a visionary.
Yeah.
I am a visionary. I'm an innovative builder grower type.
Yep.
And I was so stuck in the minutia of doing loans and talking to borrowers and pipeline meetings, and none of it excited me. It was, if you were my life coach, my therapist, I allowed that part to make me angry. Now, I also had at the time 5 branches, and we were leading those 5 branches, but we weren't growing them.
Yeah.
And I also wasn't growing new branches. I couldn't. I'd maxed out. Something had to give.
You were bored.
Well, I was also bored, AF.
Yeah.
And not always and forever, like as fuck.
Yeah.
I was bored.
Yeah.
And I could afford to do this.
Right.
Now, there's some people, man, they love doing loans. They just grind, and that's their lane they should be in. That wasn't for me. I got to a point where I was like, I want to do other things, but production was preventing me from doing those other things because there's only so many hours in the day, days in the week, bandwidth that I had.
Yeah.
But my word to the wise is this. The minute I quit bringing in revenue directly and only indirectly, hey, whether it was wrong, right, or indifferent, and I'm going to cuss when I say this, motherfuckers out there, to some of them, I brought no value.
Yeah.
It was as if, oh, you quit doing loans? Then you're a nobody now.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't produce? Oh, you must suck. I'm thinking, well, I don't know. I just onboarded $300 million of new business. What? And I would talk to certain company operators and said, what brings more value to this organization?
Yeah.
The $300 million that I found and onboarded, or if I were to personally produce $60 million?
Well, it's small-minded. They're just looking at top line, right?
Yeah,
they're just looking at top line, but they're not looking at kind of what happens after.
They're playing a game of chess and not a game of checkers.
They're playing a game of top line now.
Yes.
Versus,
yeah, it's like, but look at what you're doing. I say, yeah, but I didn't enjoy that. Yes, I made more money when I was personally producing.
Yeah.
But I got to a point where I was willing to take a 40% pay cut.
Yeah.
I was willing to say, I'm gonna let someone else take over. He's earned this. Let him buy it out and let him run with it. But before you go non-producing, my biggest thing is this industry will chew you up and spit you out and tell you to your face, you provide no value if you don't bring in revenue. That's not always true.
Yeah.
Right? You provide value if you help other people generate more revenue. You can bring in revenue by recruiting and by training, by creating sales systems and processes. When deployed, everyone does an extra loan.
Yeah.
So for me, Mike, it was there was so much more I could do for the organization, but originating was getting in the way. So I wanted to grow $1 billion division. That $1 billion division would not have been built if I was doing loans. I would have never been in the right headspace. So I'm going off a tangent. I'm going to pull myself back. This is
that was good. It provided context though.
Yeah,
that was good.
So finally, it's this. This is the advice that I gave to our coaching client, who, by the way, this is the advice that everybody stayed this long for.
If you're a licensed originator who's closing loans, but you're not consistent, this is for you. If you're brand new or just looking for motivation, trust me, this is not for you. Most LOs don't need more information. They need structure. They need proven processes and somebody to hold them accountable. T-Lob's Originator Coaching gives you weekly live coaching, scripts top producers actually use, and step-by-step business systems you can implement immediately. Not someday, we're talking day one. You're not watching videos alone. You're executing in real time with other originators who take this seriously. Right now, you can try it free for 2 weeks. That's 2 full weeks for free. You'll sit in on live coaching calls. You'll get access to the frameworks and see exactly how top producers run their business. If it creates clarity, if it creates momentum, or even if it puts wins on the board, you keep going. If it doesn't, no worries, you can cancel. No pressure at all. Click the link, start the 2-week trial, and finally, build this like a business, not a side hustle.
Here's what I told him. You don't need to be the divisional. In his mind, by being a divisional, he never had to talk to realtors and borrowers again, and he could still make $600, $700, $1 million a year. And I said, but here's the deal. You're trading borrowers for loan officers. You're trading realtors for branch managers. And your job, the higher you go up the food chain, is to eat shit that other people serve you. And you're in the service industry. And you have a ton of meetings you have to go to, whether you want to or not. And not all of the meetings follow a proper EOS L10 model. And they're a big waste of your time and a time suck. And when that branch manager calls you at 7 p.m. on a Friday and you don't pick up, then all of a sudden you worry about that branch manager taking the next big fat offer to go work at that next large IMB that's throwing money around. When you're not approving pricing shortages on your vacation, then all of a sudden you're worried that LO is going to feel like they need to go work for the next broker down the road because you aren't available to them. And oh, by the way, when you're divisional, everybody looks at you and they all wonder why they even have a job. All they do is make my pricing worse. All they do is just get rich off of my production. And by the way, to all the great divisionals, we know that's not true. We know how much we pour into the organization, the value we bring, whether it's through leadership or management. And I'm not saying all do. There are plenty out there in this industry that they do suck off the teat of those originators without bringing true management, true leadership, and true value. When I coach divisionals, that's our big call to action. I hate anyone saying that I get a override. I'm like, no. How do you earn your override? And if you can't explain how you earn your override, then maybe it shouldn't get paid. That said, I've also told originators, that guy or girl's 10 basis points is not why you lost that loan. 10 bips is not why you lost the loan. And that's about what that person is making on average, is about 10 basis points, maybe even 5 on your production. If it's more than that and you have an issue with it, then hey, maybe you should. That's for another story. But what I told this coaching student was, A, you don't want that job. You think you do, but you don't. Second, when you take that job, you lose your quote unquote value. That divisional is only as good as the men and women who follow him or her. That division is only as good as how much new volume they can recruit, and recruiting volume is what have you done for me lately.
Yeah.
I recruited $500 million of volume, right? I thought, you know what? Got this $500 million over. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to manage it. I'm going to lead it. I'm going to help grow it. That's not how things go.
Yeah.
You know what that CEO wants to know? What have you done for me lately? Who's next? I'm like, what do you mean who's next? Like, dude, I'm happy with the money I make. I'm happy with how the team's performing. You know what this dude said? Hey, you already got him over here. Those are my people, not your people anyhow. Go find more.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. And by the way, that's the harsh reality. I'm sure it doesn't operate like that everywhere, but that's definitely a mentality. So I don't know if everybody actually wants to be a divisional. I don't know if everybody should actually give up their book of business because they might not have what I had in terms of personal assets that were in a good spot.
Right.
But what I told this coaching student, if I hear you correctly, this is what you want to do. I said, you want to generate 50 leads a month. You want to close 10 to 15 loans a month. You want to have a pre-approval specialist who's taking a lot of the inbound.
Yep.
You want to have a contract to close loan partner or an in-house junior LO, a badass processor, and maybe a entry-level admin assistant, sales assistant, EA.
Right, because that gets their hands off of the communication piece, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I go, and you want to make on that roughly $400,000 to $600,000 a year.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to come in at 8, leave at 5. Of course, you'll work occasionally. You'll make yourself available nights and weekends. Occasionally, you'll have a late night. We all do. But you want to be able to go on vacation, understand that your machine's not going to break. I go, that is attainable.
Yeah.
You can lead the Mike Siciliano team of T-Lop Lending.
Yep.
Right? You can run your own branch and have that branch literally be just you with 1 or 2 processors, 1 or 2 loan partners, 1 or 2 marketing/sales assistants.
Yeah.
And look, the bigger your team, the more loans you need to close because the more mouths you have to feed, the more revenue you need to generate.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what this guy was looking for wasn't a divisional job. It wasn't a non-producing branch manager job. What he was looking for is, I want to be a business operator and a leader.
Yep.
And I'm like, anybody can become a business operator and a leader. You first have to start by changing your mindset.
Yep.
And I think that was his big aha moment. That was what caused me to want to talk to you about turning that into an episode.
Yeah, it's cool.
Because that guy is the majority. He's not the minority. Most LOs do not think like business operators. And it's not their fault. They weren't taught it. They weren't trained it. They're not paying for coaching. And if they do, their coach doesn't themselves know how to do it. Maybe they've never done it. Like, the only way I was able to fund 144 loans a year and run 5 branches, well, I had Kevin as my team captain. He did the bulk of the originating. I had Marissa as my loan officer assistant. She was everything from executive assistant to sales assistant to marketing assistant.
Yeah.
And we had Shirley operating as literally a backup to Kevin and a collaborator with Marissa. So I had a 3-person team plus me. We were doing 144 transactions. In most cases, you're like, well, why are 4 people doing basically what ends up being about 12 loans a month, right? Because really 4 people should have been able to do 20 loans a month. And we should have, but the difference was I was managing 5 branches.
Right.
So you didn't get that much of me. You probably got about 5 hours of me a week.
But you built the machine.
But I
That
built
point
the
being,
machine.
yeah.
They were my referral partners.
That's awesome.
I talked to every borrower. I still went on realtor meetings. We sent out newsletters. We hosted happy hours and lunch and learns.
Yeah.
But Kevin did the bulk of the originating. Shirley backed up Kevin. Marissa did all of the LOA front end work. And then anything that overflowed to Shirley. And we had one dedicated processor who, honestly, because she was a badass, we weren't even the only LO that Brittany processed for. Like, Brittany processed for us, but she also had another LO that she processed for.
Yeah.
We were only able to do that. I was only able to do that because of systems, processes, SOPs. I was viewing my production as a business owner, operator, not as a loan originator.
Right.
That's what our coaching student needs to do, That's what anyone else who's struggling in this industry are thinking, that, oh my God, what's the next step in my career? I need to get out of originating. I'm like, do you? Or do you just need to become a better operator? I think for many people, after listening to this, that's the answer. Become a better operator.
Yeah.
It's the loans pays you. The loans is your golden ticket. The loans is what no one can take from you. The loans brings value to this industry. You start pulling away from that, man, you better be damn good at what you do or got a shit ton of money saved.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
So
very clear.
Yeah.
I love that.
well, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me.
Of course.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of got on my soapbox, got all fired
No, this
up.
is cool though. Yeah, you were definitely excited before we started, so I'm glad we got to talk through it. Like, yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, this is one of those, what does JC used to say? He used to wind me up, point me in the right direction,
Yeah,
and let me go.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, look, if you are looking for some form of coaching and you want to check out what we have to offer, I'm going to tell you, go to our website. It's tloponline.com. That's TLOPonline.com. Right now, you can get a free 14-day trial of our coaching community. Our coaching community is the number one value in business coaching for the mortgage industry. Look, we're giving you access 5 days a week. We literally have coaching live calls on Tuesdays, live sales trainings on Thursdays. One of the coaches, including me, make ourselves available for one-on-one attention every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If access is what you want, then access is what we give. Go check us out. Sign up for the free 14-day trial. And better yet, this cruise we're doing in September, badass, once in a lifetime. I think I said we got 20 cabins available. That information is on our website as well. So again, if you slide over to tloponline.com, click Unite, that's the name of the event, and all the details as well as ways to sign up are going to be there. He's Mike, she's Karina. I'm Dustin Owen, a.k.a. Dio. You've just tuned in to Loan Officer Podcast. That is all the time we have for you today, but we do look forward to catching you on the next episode. Peace.